All right, back for the third league of the day. After the previous two absolutely soul-crushing leagues, we need to get some pep back in our step. So let's bring up the energy for the third one. All right, spin the wheel. What are we going to hit? Looks like the Boros Pia deck. All right, so the Boros Pia deck, which is a deck that I don't actually have a guide for on the channel yet. Also, I'm not sure what it's exactly called. Is it Boros Pia, Boros Impulse Aggro, Boros Prowess? Not sure. Anyway, this is a Boros aggro deck that is built primarily around impulse draw cards and their synergies with both Pia and the Prowess creatures. So, basically, Reckless Impulse and Ren's Resolve do exactly the same thing. They're 2-mana red sorceries that say exile the top 2, and until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. And Showdown of the Scalds is the same thing, except Chapter 1 is you exile 4 cards instead of 2. And then Chapters 2 and 3 are whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So, using these various impulse draw cards, we are going to synergize with the best one being Pia Nalar Console of Revival, which is a 2-mana 2/3. Thopters you control have haste, and whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact token with flying. So, of course, if you cast or play lands from any of your Reckless, Wrens, or Showdown of the Scalds, then you make Thopters. Secondly, you have, of course, Monastery Swiftspear and Soul Scar Mage to get prowess from casting all of these spells. Play with Fire as your shock, Chain to the Rocks also as removal. You have Kamano faces Kakazan as another 1-mana aggro creature that is also a spell to trigger these various prowess guys. And you have Runaway Steamkin to trigger from all the red stuff and potentially get a bunch of mana for all of the extra spells that you're casting. And the thing with the deck is that unlike other aggro decks, it actually gets better as the game goes along and you get access to more mana because that's access to more impulse draw cards and more spells off of those cards. Some versions of this deck play Bone Crusher Giant, which Pia will also trigger off of casting adventure cards from exile, but this version does not have Bone Crusher in it. And then you have 20 Boros lands, which are all pretty straightforward. Not sure why there's no Sokens on here. That seems just flat out incorrect. Let's fix that. All right, so 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Advantage, bunch of mountains, Needleverge Pathway, and Sokens on. Again, why are we short on Needleverge Pathways? Oh, I guess there is actually a reason for it. It's so that Chain to the Rocks has enough mountains. All right, so let's just not mess with that then. You do actually need a good number of mountains to always have access to. And then sideboard, you have Deckenstone, Invasion of Gobakon, Redain, Alpine Moon, Rending Volley, Tormod's Crypt, and of course Gigantha, because the deck meets the requirements for Gigantha. So let's jump into the third league of the day with the Boros Pia deck. All right, we're on the play. Reveal Gigantha. Yeah, this is fine. We'll keep this. So play Vantage and go. Watery Grave. I guess I'm just going to cast Play with Fire now. Soulscar on top is fine. Although I guess I want Pia more than that. So let's bottom that. And then back to our turn. All right, another Impulse card. So let's go. Ren's Resolve. Impulsed into land plus Swiftspear. So pass the turn. Another Watery Grave tapped. No clue what we're playing. Ooh. All right, Pia. Then play the land from exile, triggering Pia. Then play Swiftspear from exile, also triggering Pia. And then go to combat, swing with everything. 2 questions. What deck is this and how is it modern playable? This is Boros Pia, and we are playing Pioneer, not Modern. Opponent casts Consider, puts Make Disappear in the graveyard. Swamp. All right, so I do want Prowess. Is it better to do Showdown or Reckless Impulse? Reckless Impulse is less likely to get countered, I suppose, if there's counter spells or Make Disappear and Spell Pierce. So let's go land first and then Reckless Impulse. Trigger Prowess on the Swiftspear. Then Resolve Impulse. No, it gets countered. All right. So opponent surveils. Let's just play with Fire them now. Triggering the Swiftspear. Put land on the bottom. And then go to combat. Attack with everything. So opponent's at 6, although they could just have a sweeper. But it lines up well with us. Yeah, shock this in. Plays Extinction Event. Doesn't actually kill everything, but so Swiftspear sticks around. Oh, they're dead. All right, play with Fire. Then go to combat. Attack with Swiftspear. All right, so blue-black control. Therefore, I want things that disrupt them. So Redain and Invasion, and I guess that's it. And Chain to the Rocks is not that good. They might have Shieldred, though, so there are certain creatures that I do need to have removal for. So let's not take out all of it. And then play with fires are also just generally, like, just like shocking them is not that great. So let's just cut 4 pieces of removal and then run this back. All right, Giganta, what do we have? This hand's fine. So keep this. Island. All right, Mountain, Kamano, and go. Opponent casts Consider. So is it better to run out Pia here or better to cast Reckless Impulse? I guess either way, stuff just gets countered, right? Any creatures get pushed, any spells get countered. So therefore, I guess the highest upside play is to play a creature. So play Steamkin. Censor. Very well. So it didn't matter what I played there, it was just going to get countered. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. All right, so, Graveyard Trespasser. All right, we can beat that. I guess the best move's probably just play Redain. Play Redain and go. Watery Grave tapped. No attacks. This is unfortunately tapped. So let's swing with Redain and then cast Invasion and see what we're dealing with. Actually, no, let's do Invasion first and then attack Invasion. Yeah, so cast Invasion. Make disappear. Sure. All right, play this. Go to combat. Attack with Redain. I meant to cast Soulscar Mage and accidentally F6'd through that, so that's unfortunate. All right. Reckless Impulse. Another Invasion of Gobakon. So let's cast that. Trigger. They have Path of Peril and Memory Deluge. Well, I guess I'm taking Path of Peril and then not playing this. So let's go to combat, attack Invasion, and play this land, play Soulscar, and go. Scry with Vantress or use Gaia Reach? Scry with Vantress. They put 2 on the bottom. All right. So Clearwater Path. So they can spend all their mana. Oh, wait. Does Path of Peril still work through Redain? Right. It's the mana value, right? So this still works anyway because the value of it is still 3. So they can just use Path of Peril. Although that also kills their Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah. All right. Path of Peril. They just cast it normal. Oh, they don't have white mana, right? So they can't do that. So no blocks. They still have Memory Deluge. All right. Pia Nalar. Play this land from exile. Trigger Pia. Make a Thopter, go to combat, attack them with this and the invasion with this. So the invasion flips, and that also triggers Pia for some freaking reason, because it exiles and casts itself, and then get Giganta into my hand. And then this resolves, puts counters on stuff. All right, back to them. So they can spend 6 mana to cast Deluge, but, that's not great. So back to us. All right, Ren's Resolve. Showdown and Runaway Steamkin. All right, Showdown. Trigger Pia. Make disappear in response. Sure. So let's play this tapped and then go to combat. Attack with everything except Pia. And then the light shield triggers and puts counters on all these guys and they're literally dead in 1 hit. So they have a Deluge that they have to spend 6 mana to cast or whatever they just drew. Field of Ruin our land. Sure. Fatal Push Redain. Okay. I guess I could have popped light shield in response to that, but that's fine. All right. Cast Runaway Steamkin from exile. Make another Thopter. And then go to combat. This is 3, 5, 7, 9. And then kill them with Play with Fire. Attack with everything except Pia. All right, Play with Fire. Not sure what the point of casting Deluge is here because they have no mana. All right, on to round number 2. All right, on the draw for round 2, Giganta. This hand's fine. Keep Mountain. Skirk Prospector. Okay, so it is the Goblins deck. All right, Vantage, Kamano, Sacred Foundry. So it's the red version. It's the white version of Goblins. Runed Velt. All right. So Mountain, Soulscar Mage. Enters as a 2/3. And then I guess I'll attempt to chain the Runed Velt. And they can just sack it to Prospector. Take your Lord. Sacks it to Prospector. Reveals another Skirk Prospector. All right. Pillar Verge Pathway. Plays Skirk Prospector. Plays Battlecry Goblin. All right. I guess I'm on defense here because, yeah, maybe. This is a lot. So let's just go Ren's Resolve. Trigger that, and let's see what we exile. Another Impulse and another Kamano. All right, so land, Kumano, trigger Soulscar. I need to make this attack not free, so let's attack with Soulscar and leave Etching back. So swing here, and then pass to them. So take the 4. Now it's their turn. I have to basically put Etching in front of Battlecry. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So they're not bothering to Anthem in. Okay. So back to us, Kamano trigger. So let's cast Reckless Impulse from exile. Pia and a land. All right, so let's go. Am I supposed to continue to attack with Soulscar Mage here? I guess probably not at this point. Since they're going to have a lot of mana next turn, they can go haste or pump the team, attack with a whole bunch. Although, what am I even blocking? This is a better blocker than Etching is, although not by a lot. Play Needle Verge. Play Pia. So then the Pia comes in as a 3-4. This reverts to a 2-3. All right, let's pass here. Discarding Snoop and Fuseling. Really, they're going to discard Snoop? Wily Goblin, make a treasure. Oh, because they just have, like, Rally the Ancestors, right? So they're just discarding multiple creatures because they don't care. So let's say they rally. They have to sack a Goblin. So they sack the Wily Goblin. So attack with everything. No? Not attacking. All right. They're for sure going to play Rally, right? They have to. So the Etching flips over. Play Battlefield Forge, trigger Pia, make a Thopter. Is it better to play Ren's Resolve or Showdown? Showdown gives me access to more stuff. Anything that I try to kill, they can just sack to Skirk and then rally everything back. They're definitely playing as though they have it. So let's Showdown. All right, Showdown, trigger the Prowess, and Resolve Showdown. Pia, Chain to the Rocks, land. Fortunately, I've played a land already. So just play Kumano. I think I just don't attack here, and yeah, just no attacks. They did nothing. So maybe they don't have it. Maybe they're just bluffing it. I'm definitely chaining the Reflection. Plays a land. So they can activate Battle Cry 3 times, which also hastes the Reflection. But then they don't have... Okay, another Battle Cry. Activate Battle Cry. Reflection copying the Shaman token. Okay. Then shouldn't they have done that? Oh, no, because they had to give it haste, right? Swing. They get a bunch of triggers. Anything we block, they can sack to pump their team. So, all right. So what am I blocking? 100% some of the tokens, right? Because the tokens don't come back from Rally. So I have to figure out what I'm blocking here. Let's put this in front of this. This in front of... So this dies unless I just block a token. Here, this in front of this. No, I should block Skirk. This here and this here. And then this is 3, 5, 8, 11. Oh no, it's more. Am I just dead? Can I have no way to block this without dying? I block 5 creatures, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4 activations, including all the creatures that I'm blocking. So they get +4 on anything that I don't block. So I'm just dead no matter what I do. Yeah, all right, whatever. So what should I have done instead? Like chained one of the Battlecry Goblins last turn, but they still had another one. So there was no getting both of them off the field. All right, sideboarding. Deck and Stone for sure. But I think that's it. I want to keep all my removal. What's the worst card here? Is it Soulscar Mage? Probably. All right, cut those. Is Redain's Other Side useful? I guess it is, right? 4 mana, play this thing. Combat math gets a lot better for me. And then Invasion can maybe swing the tide in my favor as well. So Soulscar out, and I want to keep all of that. Let's do that. All right, hand's fine. Play this, play Swift Spear. Swing, plays a tap land. It's more mana efficient to cast an impulse draw card this turn. So let's do that. Impulse, Prowess trigger, 2 lands. All right. Swing with Swift Spear. Exuberant Fuseling. Enters the battlefield whenever another creature or artifact is put into a graveyard, put an oil counter on it. All right. Play Vantage, play Swift Spear, play another Impulse. Trigger the Prowesses. 2 more lands. Wow. All right. Swing, swing. No blocks, they go to 13, back to them. 3rd land. Goblin Instigator. All right, this is quickly getting to the point where I can't attack into them anymore. Chain to the Rocks, eats one of my guys. Unfortunate. Attack for 2. More Impulse Draw cards. All right, Impulse Draw. All right, so play the Mountain and attack with Swift Spear, I guess. Swing. No blocks from them. All right, cast Steamkin. Snoop with Skirk Prospector on top. Play Skirk Prospector, has a Mountain on top. They can just attack with everything, right? Because I'm not blocking with Steamkin. No blocks. Take 3, go to 15. Play with Fire. Probably have to just shoot Snoop, right? So first things first is Ren's Resolve. Triggers. Always yield to this. Resolve this. What am I getting? Showdown, which I can't play right now. So play that because it's going to go out at the end of turn. Let's kill the Snoop. They get an oil counter. Doesn't matter. I guess they can double block Runaway Steamkin. Do I care if they do that? That's fine, yeah. Go to combat. Swing, swing. They don't have the 2nd white mana for Rally anyway, so yeah. All right, pass to them. Attack with everything except these 2 goblins. Sure. We take 4 and go to 11. All right, so it's back to us. So let's play Showdown. Trigger these guys. Resolve Showdown. Deck and Stone, play with Fire. All right, so play the Mountain from exile. What is useful here? Getting blockers out of the way, I suppose. I can minus this to get red, and then I can go Kamano, play with fire, deck. So I get both their blockers out of the way. All right, so remove the red, cast play with fire on the token. Then cast deck and stone here, then cast Kamano. Trigger. What do they have at instant speed? Pop the clue. It counts when artifacts die? Huh. All right, we won that game. Pretty sure we're just running the same thing back. Is Invasion worth playing on the draw? Possibly not, but then I'm just playing Soulscar Mage instead. Yeah, this is fine. All right, this is good. Although we don't have any creatures, we do have Impulse Draw with Chain to the Rocks, so keep this. Turn 1 Scamp. Ooh, PNLR is going to be real good. So play this, pass the turn. All right, take 1 from the Scamp. Instigator, very well. Another Chain to the Rocks. All right, let's just play Pia. Third land, that's Rally Mana with the double white. Skirk Prospector, Battlecry Goblin. All right, I was really hoping to draw a white land there. So the problem is if I Ren's Resolve now and I fail to hit on white mana off of it, then I can't get rid of Battlecry, and I really need to get rid of Battlecry. I think I just have to now, right? And then they can sack it, but at least they don't have it anymore. All right, Chain to the Rocks, target, Battlecry Goblin. Yep, sack it to Skirk, and then we just pass. And if they want to rally it, they at least have to spend Rally to get it back. Wily Goblin, back to us. Okay, play with fire for the Skirk Prospector is good. So let's Ren's Resolve, try to hit lands. All right, play land, trigger Pia. So Rally is this, sack all their guys. Yeah, all right. I can't just play defense forever, so let's go swing. I'm going to stop them on their upkeep and play with fire the Skirk. All right, play with fire Skirk. So at least if they have Rally, they have to do it now to get like max value. So if they have Rally, they sack their 4 non-token goblins. The Scamp kills the Thopter. And they go here, Rally, bring everything back. And then they have 2 more mana, and then they can still activate Battlecry Goblin this turn. Yeah, I guess they have it. All right, sack everything. Scamp kills the Thopter, or just hits me. All right. Maybe I'm not supposed to do it there. I don't know. Yeah, there's Rally. Everything comes back. There's just, again, like no window that you can do it. Oh, I was supposed to bring in Tormod's Crypt for this matchup. I completely blanked on bringing those in. Well, that was dumb of me. Come on, they also have Chain to the Rocks, so now we're just actually dead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. Yeah, we're actually just dead. Yeah, all right. Okay, round 3. It's just so unintuitive to bring in Tormod's Crypt against goblins that I didn't even think of it. But yeah, I was supposed to do that. Well, lesson learned. All right, on the draw for round 3. All right, this is fine. I think I'm actually supposed to play Kumano first so that when I curve it into Steamkin, the Steamkin comes in with a counter. Lava Guide Pathway, that's also an indication that this is a burn spell. So therefore, definitely want to play Kumano first. Odawara. So is it Creativity or Phoenix? Back to us. All right, PNLR survives more burn spells than Steamkin does. So I'm going to play Pia. Shock this in, play Pia. Opponent Stern Dismissal. Bounce a creature or an enchantment. Seriously? Okay. Third land. And then this flips over. All right, I guess let's just start aggroing them. So Pia just curves way better into this next turn, but I guess, yeah, let's just go Steamkin, Swift Spear, trigger this. 3 mana in response. Prismari Command. Prismari Command, shock, and do what now? Make a treasure. Sure. Go to combat, swing, and now they can just go Creativity on the treasure. Gear Hulk, Prismari Command comes back, kills another guy, and then they have a Gear Hulk in play. Well, I guess not. Tapped land. So they're going to do it next turn. Impulse our Monastery Swift Spear. All right, combat. Attack with Etchings. Play land, play Showdown. Land, Chain, Soulscar Mage. All right. Are they going to do it now anyway, even though I have Chain to the Rocks in exile? Really? Okay, sure. Gear Hulk back Prismari. Wouldn't it be better to wait a turn so that I can't chain this? So kill this, make another treasure token. I guess if they don't do it now, I can grow the Kamano. All right, so Pia, shock this in, trigger, make a Thopter. Response has a removal spell? Okay. Well, play Soulscar Mage, put a counter here, Chain to the Rocks, targeting. I guess the Thopter can more easily attack into them. Yield to this, yield to this. And Chain to the Rocks enters, eats the Gear Hulk. And then I may as well play this just to get another counter and then pass. Another land. They have 1 card. It's a Gear Hulk. Yep. So Gear Hulk, just get a removal spell, kill the Soulscar Mage. Yep. And that's why you put all the counters on the Thopter token. So that triggers, ooh, okay, so Steamkin, puts another counter there. And then Reckless Impulse. Trigger this, put a counter here. Then Resolve Impulse. Another Showdown, which I can almost play, but I can't actually play. All right, so if I go Play with Fire U, this goes up to 3, and then I still don't have it. Although I can Impulse again. So Play with Fire U. Hey, red. Triggers. This gets a counter, and Showdown here. This is on top. Keep that. Then remove these. Cast Reckless Impulse here. Resolve this one. More of this stuff. All right, so I'm going to fizzle this mana, play this, and then attack with the Thopter. And they are dead in one hit, so they do have to immediately draw an answer to the Thopter token, and then we have so much more stuff to go off with next turn. All right, so creativity. Let's see. Redain slows down Indomitable. Invasion also takes Indomitable. Tormod's Crypt prevents them from recasting stuff from their graveyard with Gear Hulk. And then the Deccan Stones can eat Gear Hulks once they're in play, although maybe not. Okay, so Play with Fire basically doesn't kill anything. And then I don't think I need all 4 chains. And then I can cut one more thing, which the worst card is Soulscar Mage, I think. All right, submit that. On the draw versus Creative Control, Giganta. That's fine. Keep. Shivan Reef. So running out Soulscar Mage might just die, but what else can I do? I guess I can play Kumano. Thing is, like, curving Soulscar into Gobakon is so much better. Now let's just play Kumano first. Trigger, go to 19, because then Soulscar Mage at least comes in with 3 toughness next turn. Plays that tapped. Triggers. So maybe I'm just supposed to play Steamkin. Anything dies to removal. I can't just never play anything. Soulscar Mage is worse mana value than just playing Invasion right now. All right, so let's play Invasion. Gear Hulk, Stern Lesson, Creativity. So their next turn is going to be Stern Lesson, make a token, and then they're going to cast Creativity on that. So maybe I just take Stern Lesson, which prevents them from having any real good play here. All right, let's take Stern Lesson. Pass. Storm Carved, back to us. So they just have an Impulse. Do another Redain. So this flips over, and then I presume they'll try to just Impulse this. So go to combat, swing at my Invasion. Impulse, yep. Is it better to play Runaway or other stuff? I guess Runaway. Pass the turn. Plays land. Then back to us. All right, I need to cast Reckless Impulse at this point. Just need to hit lands. So Impulse, always yield to this. Land plus Kumano. All right, so land, Kumano. Trigger the Steamkin. And trigger Kumano. And then I get to attack Invasion and flip it. All right, so flip the Invasion over. And then end step, this makes another counter on here. All right, back to them. Found their 5th land for Stern Lesson. So I can play Redain on my turn, which will make the Creativity more expensive. All right, this triggers. I can also just play Invasion. All right, is it better to attack first? Probably. So let's go to combat, swing with Steamkin. Take 4, then post-combat, remove these and play Showdown. White, mana. Trigger the Steamkin. Showdown of the Scalds. 4 cards. Play Sacred Foundry, shock that in. Play Steamkin. If I play this Steamkin, then I only have 1 mana left over, and I can't play Redain or Invasion. Do I care if they Gear Hulk and then get back a Fiery Impulse? Like, do I actually even care about that? Maybe it's better to just go nuts with the Steamkins. So this comes in with 2 counters. We're just choked on white mana, basically. I go Soulscar Mage. Add mana, play Redain. That's probably better. All right, so Soulscar Mage triggers. This comes in with another counter. Then I go Soulscar Mage, trigger, then red, white, play Redain, cast Stern Lesson, discards Creativity. So now they just have Gear Hulk, sure. And then fizzle this, and then Light Shield triggers and puts a counter here. Another land. So they can flash in Gear Hulk and impulse my Steamkin, and then I can pop Light Shield to save it. Rending Volley on Redain. So if I respond to that, then they Gear Hulk in response and kill Steamkin. That is probably fine. Let's just pop it now. Is it? I have another Redain. Yeah, that's fine. So Showdown plus Runaway Steamkin is just stupid. It's going to get real dumb next turn. Gear Hulk, sure. Targets Impulse. Very well. Impulse, now sack this. All right, back to us. Showdown trigger, yield here, yield here. First things first, play the second Steamkin. Triggers, put the counter here. All right, they've just conceded. So on to round number 4. All right, we are on the draw. We only have 1 land, so this hand's not capable with only 1 land. We will mull this. This is better because of Ren's Resolve. So keep and put away one of those 2 Sacred Foundries. Hall of Storm Giants, probably Phoenix. All right, play Sacred Foundry, tapped, go. Cast Consider. Yep, it's Phoenix. And their first card was a Phoenix into the graveyard via Consider. All right, Ledger Shredder. That's pretty good against what I'm trying to do. All right, I guess Pia. Pass the turn. Lightning Axe, killing our guy, sure. They discarded pieces and they missed their land. Very well. Land, Steamkin. Ledger Shredder is so good against our strategy. 3 mana, pieces. They took Tempt, Trespass, and Impulse. So this is probably going to get killed next turn. Almost like, yeah, this is almost certainly going to get killed next turn. So Reckless Impulse, trigger the Steamkin. All right, well, Chain to the Rocks, so we can eat the Ledger Shredder. Oh, I should have played Swift Spear first. I'm dumb. Discarding Trespass. All right, Swift Spear. All right, swing. Then Impulse kills Runaway Steamkin. Galvanic Iteration. Oh no, Treasure Cruise. Double Treasure Cruise. Yep. And a land, and then they can Impulse the Steamkin, and they get an Arclight back. Yep. Draw on more garbage, so Impulse. All right. Play this. Play another Impulse. I can play with Fire their Phoenix, but to what end? It forces them to play more spells, which they're going to do anyway. I guess I technically get more damage in, although I get to scry with the play with Fire. So yeah, let's just attack with Swift Spear, and if they block, they block. All right, they block. Sure. Back to them. Ledger Shredder. Consider, Connive. Discards a Phoenix. Shocks in a Steam Vents. Plays Opt. Keeps it on, puts it on the bottom. Fire Impulse are dude, and they have the mana for it. Yeah, all right. Phoenixes come back. Let's see if they attack with them. Sure, I guess we kill one of these. All right, 15. Ooh, Chain to the Rocks. All right, Chain to the Rocks, eat Ledger Shredder, then play Ren's Resolve. Well, that's not very good. So Soul Scar, play this tapped, go. Another Ledger Shredder. Oh my god. All right, Opt, connives a land away, puts it on top. Consider, draws it, plays a land. Then they get the Phoenix back, impulse our guy. Yep. Phoenix is in the air. We go to 9. Drew a land. 1, 2, 3. I can't even play Giganta, so whatever. Pass the turn. I can't believe how hard I've bricked on normal draws. Oh, we're just dead to Hall. All right. So sideboarding. Tormod's Crypt. Exile-based removal. I guess I need Rending Volley to kill Ledger Shredder. So play with fire sucks. Soul Scar Mage kind of sucks. 2 of these guys. All right. Run that. On the play, Giganta. We only have 1 land, Mull. We still only have 1 land, although I have double 1-drops, but that's not very good. Going to 5 seems worse, so let's keep this and bin Steamkin. Land, Swift Spear, combat, swing. Spire Bluff Canal. Kills our guy instantly. Didn't draw another land, so play another Swift Spear. Swing, back to them. Kills our guy. Plays a land. And we're mana screwed. Alright, Opt. Keeps it on, puts it on the bottom. They're also mana screwed. Consider, bins a Treasure Cruise, plays a 3rd land. Back to us. All right, finally drew the land. I guess this can die to removal, but what else are we going to do? So play Pia. I guess I could play Invasion as well, but let's just get this out. Oh no, it's Lightning Axe. All right, well at least I had to discard pieces of the puzzle to use it. So Saheeli, that's annoying. What am I doing here? I probably need to start just impulsing to get out of the situation because I need to find action, and Invasion is not action. So Ren's Resolve. All right, Rending Volley is no bueno. So just pass to them. 3 mana, pieces, Saheeli trigger, Opt, Spikefield Hazard. Well, this can't even do anything, so back to me. Another Ren's Resolve. So I guess it's land Scalds is the best move. All right, play Showdown. Oh, they have Spell Pierce. All right. And now these servo tokens start hitting us. Yeah, Opt keeps it on top. Consider. Ledger Shredder. At least I can kill that. 2 damage from the servos. All right, Rending Volley this. Ren's Resolve. Playing Chain to the Rocks on servo tokens is so friggin' bad. But it may actually be necessary to not lose. Do need to kill Saheeli off at some point. Oh, what do I do here? Every spell just makes another servo token, so probably just need to get some action. Like, we need to find Pia immediately. Shock this in. Another impulse. Land. Excellent. So we're taking 4 a turn from these servo tokens, plus whatever other servos they make from casting spells. Spikefield Hazard us. Makes another servo. Play a land. Just hard cast Arclight. Make one of them a copy of Arclight. Wow. All right. Massive damage. So I chain this, and then what? Chain, eat your Arclight Phoenix, play Steamkin, play Kumano, trigger this. And this triggers, does 1 to Saheeli. Play a land, play invasion. All right, Brotherhood's End, sure. So now they can just attack with everything. I have to block one of them. Crackling Drake. What a draw. What a draw. Right after I just invasioned them. And then they can just copy one of the things to be a Drake. Yeah, all right. On to round number 5. Don't you just love it? Thoughtseize your opponent. Oh, they don't have anything that great? Okay, oh, they rip the bomb right off the top after you do that. Such is magic. And we're on the draw again. All right, this is fine. Keep this hand. What's our final matchup? Razorverge Thicket. Experiment 1. Okay, so it's like green-white humans or green-white Coco. I'm probably not winning the race here, so let's just play with fire. So pass the turn. And just hold play with fire up, and then I either kill this or whatever else they play next. All right, it is humans. All right, let's just kill that. Vantage. I still don't have a mountain for Chain to the Rocks, but let's just play Pia right now. Third land, shock it in. Blue. Reflector Mage. All right. Take 2 from Lieutenant, go to 18. Not a mountain. Can't replay this. So Ren's Resolve. Another land that isn't a mountain. I don't want to play this now because I want to play Pia next turn and get Thopters. So let's go Battlefield Forge, play Swift Spear, and then just pass. Another land, shocking it in, which tells me it's a Coco. Yep. Adeline and Coppercoat Vanguard. So we're just super incredibly dead. I have to trade with this. Fine. All right, so I still don't have a mountain for the freaking Chain to the Rocks. God damn it. All right, Pia, play Needle Verge Pathway, trigger, make a Thopter, play Ren's Resolve, trigger to make another Thopter. This one resolves, still didn't find a mountain. All right, I guess I'm just passing and then chump blocking Adeline, Thalia's Lieutenant, and blocking this Coppercoat. Another Coppercoat, Werewolf Pack Leader, triggers this, and makes a human, and the human is also lethal. So this goes here, and then I have to block or else I lose. So I just trade with Coppercoat Vanguard. What can I even do? I finally drew the mountain, but at this point it's irrelevant. So I play this tapped Sacred Foundry, chain the Adeline, and then every other creature on the board is still lethal. Yeah. All right, all the removal spells, so all the Rending Volleys, all the decks, everything else is irrelevant. Get rid of Soulscar, Swift Spear. I guess Soulscar is better than Swift Spear, because I'm on defense probably. All right, run that. We're on the play. This is fine. Keep this. Play Soulscar and pass. Excluded Courtyard on human. Plays Experiment 1. All right, so let's just go. I guess I'm not blocking this, so let's play Steamkin, attack with the Soulscar Mage, and then next turn we'll start just casting removal spells on everything and grow our Steamkin. More human. Thalia. What a bastard of a card. I can still kill both their guys, I guess. All right, so shock this in. Play with fire on... I have to cast Rending Volley here first. So Rending Volley here. Triggers, always yield to these triggers. Then play with fire on this dude. Triggers. And go combat, swing, swing. Shocks in Hallowed Fountain. Reflector Mage, Bouncer Steamkin. Yep. Deck and Stone this, hold up Rending Volley. I guess so. Deck and Stone this. And combat, swing. So whatever else they put out, I just volley it. Shock in... No shock. So no Cocos. Hopeful Initiate. Thalia. So I have to respond now, or I have to wait till my next turn and then play it. Oh man, Thalia is so frustrating. Okay. I guess I wait till my turn. Yeah, all right. Rending Volley, this. Combat, attack with Soulscar Mage. So Pack Leader pops the clue, plays another land, and attacks with the Hopeful Initiate. Another Rending Volley, which cannot kill that, but at least... Am I supposed to play Steamkin first or Ren's Resolve first? I guess Steamkin. All right, play Steamkin, and then just go. Opponent goes to combat, swings with both. Sure. So let's see, I can volley this and then double block the Pack Leader. I guess that's the best move. Right. Volley this. Oh no, I can't, right? It can activate to make it a 5/3. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I guess I'm not trading. Tap land, plays another Pack Leader, and has another spell, and another Pack Leader. All right. Right, Chain to the Rocks is pretty good. So let's go Ren's Resolve. Trigger here. What do I flip over? Land Impulse. Have to get this stuff out. So Chain to the Rocks, target one of them. Play land. I guess I'm swinging with the Soulscar Mage because the prowess is not going to persist between the turns. And then back to them. I get to draw 2 cards because the Pack Leaders draw cards for some reason. They're just attacking with one of them. All right, yeah, we take it. Plays a land. Didn't even bother to pump it. All right, Cast Reckless Impulse. Triggers. Showdown of the Scalds. If I attack now, they are forced to trade here, but then... Alright, so I should just keep going. So remove these. White, cast Showdown. Play with Fire doesn't kill them. Although, no, it does, because I attack with both and then play with Fire them. So, play with Fire on you. And then go to combat. Swing both. Alright. Game 3. Pretty sure this stays the same. Is Kamano worse because it doesn't block their stuff? Probably. Let's bring these back. Yeah, all right, run this. Land. They're unfortunately both battlefield forges, so we're going to be taking damage off of them, but it's a keepable hand. Opponent plays Human Land. Plays Experiment 1. All right, Battlefield Forge, Soulscar Mage. Plays it tapped. Hopeful Initiate. Triggers that. No blocks. Pia or Steamkin? I guess Pia. All right, pass the turn. We are absolutely completely screwed if they play Reflector Mage or Brutal Cathar. Actually, Thalia's Lieutenant's bad too. Like, any of this is bad. Anointed Peacekeeper. They can name Reckless Impulse, and then this slows down our progression a lot. And it grows this. Yeah, Reckless Impulse. Swing there. I guess I can double block to kill this, but then I lose Pia. But what else am I doing? The Thopter tokens are probably more important than blocking this. All right, so... Play Ren's Resolve. Chain to the Rocks, which we can't play right now. Alright, I guess I just keep blocking. So, pass back to them. Also, Showdown, we're not going to be able to play either unless we draw a card. But even if I... or a land. But even if I draw a land, I don't think I can afford the time to even play it. So, yeah, next turn just has to be Chained to the Rocks. Thalia, also taxing our spells even more. Swings here and here and there. I'm surprised there. Alright, just double block this thing to kill it. Go to 5, they lose this one. Another Battlefield Forge. Chain to the Rocks, white, colorless. Triggers Pia to make a Thopter. Then we target Anointed, play a land, play Steamkin, and pass. Another Experiment 1. Thalia's Lieutenant. I have to block 2 of them, right? No, I have to block 1 of them. Although if I just block this and I don't block this, then I can't tap any of my Battlefield Forges for colored mana for the rest of the game. Also, every creature becomes lethal, but I have no way of trading for anything. I guess I can quad block the Experiment 1, and then I lose everything except for like 1 Runaway Steamkin. I don't see how I can possibly get out of this. If I chump block here, I take 3, I go to 1. Every creature's lethal. I have to put 2 creatures into play, and I have to block everything. Multi-blocking Thalia doesn't work. Quad blocking here leaves me with just a Thopter token. I untap and then have nothing. All right, block here. Can't even play that. All right, so Reckless Impulse. So there's a land that I can't shock in, and then I can't even play with fire. So that comes in tapped, makes a Thopter, and then we lose. Yep. All right. Only 2 and 3 with the Boros Pia deck. Again, I think it's better than that result demonstrates. So that's the Boros Pia deck. It seems to struggle against decks that are both interactive and put pressure on it. So if you have removal that can get like kill Pia, and yeah, mostly Pia is like the big one, or Steamkin, these are like the snowballing cards. So if you have removal that kills these and also a clock that makes spending a bunch of mana on impulse draw cards tempo negative, then it seems like it struggles against that kind of stuff.